Do you ever feel like your body and mind are working against you instead of for you? Like no matter what you try, you're stuck in the same routines, the same habits, and you just can't break through. Bro, I have been there. But here's the truth I eventually realized. You see, your body and mind aren't the enemy. They're tools that you just don't know how to use yet. But once you learn how to master them, everything is gonna change for you. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to master these tools so you can start taking control of your life today. So stick around, because this is the answer you've been searching for. Alright bro, here's the first and most important lesson you need to know. If you want to master your body and mind, these aren't two separate things. You see, your mind is your body, and your body is your mind. That's right, your mind and your body are actually not separate things at all. They are the same thing. They're connected, interdependent, and they function as one. Think about it like this. I want you to imagine a tree. Would you ever look at a tree and say the leaves aren't a part of it, but the branches are? Of course not. The leaves, the branches, the trunk, they're all part of the same tree, working together just with different functions. You see, your mind and body are the exact same way. They're not separate things. They're different aspects of the same system. And when you start to realize this, this is a game changer. Because once you understand that your body is your mind and your mind is your body, you start to realize how much influence one has over the other. If your body's neglected, poor diet, lack of sleep, no exercise, your mind can't function at its best. But on the flip side, if your thoughts are scattered or negative, your body's gonna react with stress, fatigue, and illness. What you're probably putting together now is that they're constantly communicating and constantly working together. And this concept is foundational, because without it, you can't fully understand or build on the next idea, which is gonna stretch your thinking even further. But for now, just let this sink in. Mastering your body and mind starts with treating them as one. When you do this, everything else can start to fall into place. So, now that you've wrapped your head around the idea that your body and mind are one, let's take it a step further. Because what I want to tell you next is that you are not your mind and you are not your body. In fact, you are something else entirely. This concept might sound wild to you, but it's crucial to understand, because once you do, you can start seeing your body and your mind for what they really are: tools. Think of them like a vehicle or a means of experiencing the reality we live in. And just like any tool, if you know what you're doing, you can start to optimize it. That's what I'm talking about. You can get your mind and you can get your body to work the way you want them to, helping you experience life in a whole new way. But what am I really saying here? I'm saying that by understanding this, you can start to take control over your experience of reality. And I'm not just saying this because I read it in some book or article. I'm saying this because I literally have lived it. Honestly, my experience of reality used to be awful. I was insecure, I was depressed, and I literally had no sense of purpose. And honestly, I hated myself. I was stuck in so many negative cycles from my upbringing that I couldn't see a way out of. But hitting and living at rock bottom forced me to literally ask myself, is there a way to change how I experience life? And what I discovered from asking myself that question is what I'm sharing with you right now. So understanding that you're not your body or your mind, that these are just tools that can be used and mastered, was a crucial step to turning my life around. And if I could do it, so can you. So let's keep going. You're about to unlock something even more powerful than what I've just told you. Now, if you have any brief questions, put them in the comments below. And if you're really serious and you want me to personally help you out with any issues you're having trouble with, sign up for a free 15-minute consultation with me. Also, if you want a free ebook that I made to specifically help you reach your goals quicker, make sure to sign up for my email list. You can find the links to both of these in the description and the pinned comment down below. Alright, so after hearing me say you're not your mind and you're not your body, you might be wondering, well, what am I? Honestly, it doesn't really matter. But if you're asking my opinion, I'd say this. I'd say that you are the observer. You're the consciousness in the driver's seat of this incredible biological blessing that is the mind and the body. You're the creator who gets to directly interface with reality. And through the mastery over these tools, create your own version of reality. Here's the thing though, most people don't realize this. They go through life on autopilot, letting their body and mind control them instead of the other way around. And because of that, they end up creating realities they hate. This is what I was doing. They get stuck in cycles of negativity, insecurity, and unhappiness. Until now, you might have been doing the same thing without even knowing it. But now you're different. Because if you've been internalizing what I've been telling you, you're this close to unlocking a new level of awareness. One that will take you from the passenger seat of your vehicle to the driver's seat. So before we get into this last lesson, make sure you remember that you are not your mind or your body. They are tools to be used. And make sure you remember that you are the observer that is in direct control of your mind and your body. Have you ever seen someone do the same thing over and over again, only to get the same negative result? Maybe it's the girl who always dates guys that breaks her heart, or the parent who keeps going back to drinking, no matter how badly it's destroyed their life. Or even the friend who repeatedly sabotages their job opportunities. From the outside, it's so obvious what's going wrong, right? But no matter how much you or anyone else tries to talk them out of it, they just keep repeating the same patterns over and over. Well, here's the wild part. Although you might think you're different, you actually do the same thing. In fact, we all do. We all live our lives in cycles, whether they're positive or negative. And the thing is, it's easy to spot someone else's cycle, but it's very hard to see our own. Even though we like to think we're making decisions with free will, the truth is that over 90% of the actions we take and the results we get come from our body's unconscious internal processes. I'm talking about beliefs, habits, and emotions that were programmed into us while we were growing up to current day. This is why so many people end up living similar lives to their parents, their friends, or even the society around them. And these influences are actively programming you without you even realizing it. These ideas or influences from your environment are installed into your mind and body as beliefs, thoughts, habits, emotions, and actions, which eventually creates your results. Or in other words, your reality. So if you've been paying attention to your own life or the lives of others and wondering why things don't really change, here's the answer. Your internal programming hasn't changed. And that's the secret. If you want to learn how to master your mind and your body, you need to understand that you can change, which you should now understand. And after that, you need to learn how to actually change your internal programming by using the tools you have, which, as you now know, is your mind and your body. This allows you to start consciously creating positive cycles that you want to experience, bro, instead of what you're doing now, which is unconsciously creating negative cycles you don't want to experience. So how do you do this? Well, you do it in the same way you did it in the past. You do it through repetition. You see, your current beliefs, the ones driving your current cycles, were formed by repetition in the past, often without you even realizing it. But here's the good news. You can rewrite those beliefs by using repetition in the present. This is how you start to take control and how you start to create the cycles you actually want in life. In my opinion, the best forms of repetition are first, affirmations. Repeating positive statements like I'm confident, capable, and in control rewires the way you think about yourself over time. Second, shadow work. This is where you dig deep into the beliefs and emotions you've been avoiding. This is where you learn to observe them, acknowledge them, heal them, and move forward. I actually have a video on this if you'd like to check it out, where I teach you how to master shadow work in around 10 minutes. Third, consume positive information. This means that you need to start surrounding yourself with books, podcasts, or content that aligns with the reality you want to create. And this is a big one. Most people understand that the quality of food they eat will eventually affect them, but are completely unaware of just how much the quality of food you consume with your mind will affect you. Remember that your body and your mind are one. So what you feed your mind is just as important as what you feed your body. Fourth, take positive actions. And I'm not talking about anything crazy here. Just start small. Start exercising, learn a new skill, pursue new goals that align with the vision of yourself you want to become and make you happy. Actions are very important here because they solidify your new beliefs and your new thoughts and make the transformation real. You can't just sit in your room and imagine a better reality, even though many people do just this. You have to take new positive actions to create that better reality. The more you repeat these steps, the more your internal programming will start to shift. And as a result, the more you'll start to see your external reality shifting to match your new internal programming. And the best part is, this will happen automatically, as long as you're consistently improving. And eventually, you're gonna end up in a completely new reality with new cycles that you consciously created. This is what happened for me, and I'm excited for you to experience it as well, man. So I hope all of you can get to this point, because then you'll really start to see how powerful this information truly is. And if you're not satisfied, if you want to learn more about this topic, I talk more about this in this video here.